Hello everybody, I hope this video finds you and your loved ones well and in healthy conditions. And we all pray together that people in the world as a whole brush off of this malady as soon as possible. My name is Reza and I'm going to share my knowledge and experience through a series of videos. I hope you find it interesting and useful for your job. A little about myself. I've studied telecommunications engineering for my bachelor, and after some years I continued my education on master in the same major, but I find myself not very interested in this major, so I dropped out of university and fortunately find another learning opportunity in Sweden in Linköping University, and I love it, and I hope I can find the same opportunity for PhD. Might be. So I graduated in Master of Business Administration. Specifically, I'm interested in business model. This is a very principal subject to understand, because after that you find other topics related to it and you can learn many other things if you understand it correctly. The first time I've heard about this expression, business model, was at university from a very good lecturer. And after that, business model canvas used by many startups and newly established companies, you know. I've entered to the discussion, but frankly speaking, the depth of the discussions was not acceptable to me, so I decided to study it by myself. I understood that this model is proposed by Alexander Osterwalder, and it was the thesis of him. And after 4 years, he concluded, he came up with this concept. And after some practical experiences, he proposed this 9 blocks model, which facilitates understanding this concept and using it on your daily jobs and different things. You know, everybody uses it. Alexander wrote 3 more books. After Business Model Generation, he wrote with his co-authored, of course, with another one, Value Proposition Design, and after that, Testing Business Ideas, and the last one is The Invincible Company. And if you read all of these books, you can get a very good, comprehensive understanding of this subject. In his second book, he talked about value proposition. The story of your company should be acceptable to your customer. Let's get into the concept of 9 blocks of it and talk a little bit more about them. The principal block is value proposition. Okay? It belongs to another collection which resides in the customer side. Customer relationship, customer channel, and customer segment. From the provider side or back office like this, you can see key resources and key activities plus key partners. These 3 combinations helps you to propose what's hopefully desirable for your customer. On the bottom side, you can see cost structure and revenue streams. Okay, this is a firm. These 9 blocks are confined in a firm. Okay, where this firm is operating in an environment. Other firms are operating the same, and other factors and other conditions affect a firm. What are those factors? We generally know them as, for example, pestle, as, for example, some topics on the market side and on the competition side. Alexander categorized them on the 4 points. From the upper side, we can see key trends like key technologies, key regulations like this. From the bottom side, you can see macroeconomy. From the right side, you can see market forces. And as I said, it's general trends. For example, in these conditions of coronavirus, everybody is interested in, for example, educating based on LMS, for example, on internet, not in person. It's a general trend that might affect your business. You should consider it. From the left side, you can see industry force. How many other companies are competing to propose the same value? I've thought about it a lot. That okay, how as a model look at the situation. It's very close to value chain of Porter, that we find it not very applicable at the moment. We find the constellation value constellation more appropriate to the conditions. Even nowadays, people are talking about customer value chain. It means that after data, after the dynamics of customers are changed, they are affecting your firm in a way that differs with what was, for example, can be seen 20 years ago. So all of them affect your company or how you do business. I've heard another topic, which is weak signal, which is not mentioned by Osterwalder, but I find it related to this concept. Weak signal talks about very not visible, not even visible signals that might affect your firm or company many years later. Many advanced or companies who are operating in the age of technology might find it useful for themselves to protect their business. After I came back from Sweden, I was working in innovation department in a telecommunication company. Where I was working, our consultant talked about or proposed us at the time to operate according to open innovation. I find the same situation there. I understood that what they are talking about, but not in depth. So I decided to study by myself to understand it better. So I became interested in Henry Chesbrough. I read his books, his articles, and everything which was about open innovation. And after that, I understood that we have disruptive innovation, which is again related to business model. Servitization was another topic because nowadays everything can be servitized, and as you know, the economy is more inclined towards service. Service section of economy is growing faster than other part of it. Okay, so there are some topics related to each other, close to each other. Of course, all of them are very important majors, and very astonishing professors are studying about them, doing research on it, and I'm just a reader. I'm interested in all of this, so I share them with you. For example, if you're interested, or you might find it useful for yourself, that if I study an article, I can share it with you. For example, Sloan, many people are interested in Harvard Business Review. I'm studying it as well, but at the same time, I'm interested in Sloan magazine. I find it very interesting. I suggest you look at it, take a glance at it. It's a classification of topics, how they put everything on a knowledge tree that you find it very relevant to what you are studying. And for me, it's very useful. Why? Because I put I refer to business model to understand everything. And if I want to choose to read the topic or not, at first I look if it is related to business model or not. Which part of business model it can affect and give me new tools. Many of you have heard about digital transformation. I heard it as well. I was interested in it so much that I wanted to pick a topic on digital transformation for my master thesis. But at the time, I was writing my thesis with another friend who was professional in finance. So we picked a topic on CVC, corporate venture capitals. It was good. Of course, for sure, if I want to do it again, it was much richer, better, more reliable. But at the time, we chose that topic and did our thesis on that topic. What's digital transformation? I was studying on it 7 years ago. After I understood business model, now I can analyze digital transformation much better. Why? I explained for you about the firm and which elements are included in it and what factors are surrounding it. So you understand that by digital transformation, new technologies are introduced. What are those technologies? Artificial intelligence, VR, AR. In every major you are working, you can find many things related to you. Of course, AI is related to everybody because it helps you explain, describe, prescribe. So it changed many topics. And if you, for example, there is a book, AI Superpowers. I recommend you to study it. If you dig into digital transformation, you find these new technologies affect which part of business model. It's a very good and a good discussion. I try to create another video and talk about it on that. Thank you for watching, and if you find it interesting, please feedback to me. Thank you.